Last views of Crater Lake National Park. We're in the Sky Lakes Wilderness now. I think we probably have about 3-ish miles left today. Not going to be able to camp near water. The long dry sections south of the park here. Finishing up our last climb for the day. Packing out some sandwiches from a store in the little tiny village within a national park called Mazama, so we won't have to eat any of our cold soaked meals tonight. Good morning, it's day 37 of our hike, August 26th. It's about 40 degrees out right now. That's probably why my nose is really red. It's chilly, walking through a burned area. At least it's open and the sun's starting to shine here a little bit. Yesterday was an awesome day, great day. I got to walk along the rim of Crater Lake in the early morning before there were any crowds there. We got to the breakfast buffet at the Crater Lake Lodge, all you can eat. It's fantastic. Then we relaxed a little bit at the lodge, sat on the front porch on some rocking chairs. Haven't done that for a long time. And just looked out over the lake. After that, we did some more miles into Mazama village. Didn't take any footage there, but there was a general store that held our resupply packages for us. It was like a short walk into town, about a mile, and then we got a 1 mile short hitch back to the trail. Ended up doing about 24 miles on the day. The rim trail on the lake is technically an alternate, but in our opinion, you can't miss it. A lot of times the alternates are much better than the trail itself. These are some of the biggest mushrooms I've ever seen growing on a tree. And let me compare here. That's my hand. They're massive. Looks like there were some more that have broken off over time. There are tiny little frogs everywhere. Near the stream. Hundreds of them. See my hop, and I gotta be careful where I step. Here's a well-earned view of Devil's Peak. There's a running joke that Oregon's flat. That's a very cruel joke. Maybe relative to Washington and parts of California, but it's certainly not flat. There's almost some word art out here in the middle of the woods on this sign. But anyhow, this is the first water in 11 miles, so I'm excited. Hey buddy, just passing through. First night that we've been set up on a lake in a while. Nice view here out over Squaw Lake. Evan should be here soon. Good morning, it's August 27th, day 38 of the hike. Not once to pass up the opportunity for good food. Evan and I got up pretty early this morning, around 5 a.m., got it started hiking before 6 so that we can get to a road and hopefully get a short hitch to a little lake resort called Lake of the Woods that offers a good breakfast, is what we hear. So Oregon's just chock full of these little lake resorts, and we love it. And it is a little bit of a sacrifice to our hiking time and daily mileage, but getting these good meals keeps us going. I think keeps us healthier and then therefore less injury prone. So it's a good thing. Still shooting for around 30 miles today. There's a campsite on the lake that has a shower house. We're overdue for showers. I think it's been 4 days now. So looking forward to that. We got in 28.5 miles yesterday. Been shooting for over 30 on full hiking days, but it was 3 consecutive big days back around the roadblocks for me. It was 42 miles, 38 miles, and 36 miles. Added up and kind of made me pretty sore. So yesterday was on the smaller end for a full hiking day, and I feel much, much better this morning. So excited for this potential breakfast upcoming. Just got a hitch into Lake of the Woods Resort from another friendly fellow hiker, and this place has all the amenities. And apparently on Saturday they have live music and barbecue later on. We're just here for breakfast, and we better get out before that or else we might get stuck. But excited to get some breakfast. We are living the bougie hiking life here in Oregon. Wow, huge credit to the trail builders here. These big rock fields, a lot of times we just kind of push them to the side and make the best trail possible. But here they put down this kind of red lava stone crusher and made a, I don't know how long this will last, but a perfectly smooth trail through an otherwise extremely rocky area of terrain. We just got a great breakfast in Lake of the Woods Resort. Got a quick hitch in from a local section hiker and a quick hitch out from a local who lives in the area that's hiked some of the PCT himself as well. So great start to the day. It's around noon and we still have 22 miles left. The hiker that gave us a hitch into Lake of the Woods for breakfast this morning said that this is widely accepted as the most expensive stretch of the PCT to build because this red kind of crusher lava rock and dirt wasn't here, so they had to bring all this in. And I don't know how many miles this continues for, but I can imagine it's took a lot of work and money and resources. Back into some of that lush Oregon forest again after coming through those fields of rock. Just got to Brown Mountain Shelter after a 10-mile carry without water. Pretty isolated out here, but they actually have a well with a pretty cool pump. Here the water's cold and clear. You still need to filter it, but this will be a nice refreshment. And then we have another 12-mile push or so, I think, to the campground we're staying at tonight. Just a friendly reminder of how little we've done and how much more we have to do. Just finished up the last big climb of the day to about 6,300 feet. On our way down and descending. There's a lot of low, flat forest land below us here, which is a sight for sore legs, we'll say. We've got a group of wild turkeys down here on the road below me. I know they have great eyesight, so they're going to spook very quickly. But it makes me feel home again. I think we're getting close to some agricultural areas. Kind of makes sense. There they go. Look at all the little ones. Wow. pretty big group.
I'm no expert on animal scat, but I might be a slight expert on cow patties. I've seen many in my time, and these look like them. So, I don't know if this area is fenced in for cattle. We'll see. Maybe we'll see some.
Here's an agricultural aqueduct, confirming the suspicions about being near a rural area, and cow patties and all those things. Nice sunset over what's left of Howard Prairie Lake. So I imagine this is previously a popular spot for boaters and day trips, but apparently there's construction on the dam. So you can see this boat launch where the water's supposed to be and where it is. So instead of this being a busy campground, it is primarily just a PCT hiker hangout right now. I think we might be the only ones really using it. But there was a nice man who was representing Jackson County Parks who collected like $4 so we could use the campground and use the hot showers, which is a great deal. Good morning, it's August 28th. It's actually day 40 of the hike. I got the day count off at some point. I think I realized that the last day of my road walk I forgot to count. So, day 40. We're walking through this kind of interesting, unique high prairie environment here in southern Oregon. This morning we're continuing our, we'll say, kind of recent glamping style and going into another lake resort for breakfast. Started at 8, so we'll be a little bit on the later end this morning, but we're going to Hyatt Lake Resort. The people or the staff that work there are reportedly very, very hiker friendly, and will actually give you a ride to and from the resort for a meal if you give them a call at the trailhead. So, hoping that's the case. That'd be awesome. So, we are enjoying this stretch of Oregon. No luck with a ride and breakfast. We're not having any luck hitching, so we're walking 1.5 miles along the road. So we just had a great breakfast. I got some ice cream included in it. I got an extra pancake. Really enjoying the onset of hiker hunger here, and we figured, you know, we're already glamping as is here these past couple days in Oregon. Why not pack out some pizza? So we got a large pizza, and we're packing out pizza sandwiches for tonight. Life is good right now in Oregon. But we were saying if there's any night where we get attacked by bears in camp, it might be tonight. In contrast to the AT, I think this might be one of our first views down into an actually populated valley with some farmland. As we're getting close to Ashland, Oregon here. So we're still in southern Oregon, but this is starting just to feel like California to me. These big valleys. Looks like a place where a gold prospector might want to be. So you might call us gluttons, but I think we've earned this. Like I said earlier, we're taking a fairly easier day because we're going into Ashland tomorrow on a short day. So we're kind of turning this into a bit of a foodie day on trail. This is our second restaurant of the day. We got an easy hitch in here.
Got a pack full of pizza.
And we packed out pizza from the last one. So 3 real meals in one day. This, you know, outside of any hiking accomplishment. In fact, this might just be potentially the best, the best accomplishment we've ever had on trail. Oh my gosh, they even have my favorite pie of all time. No shame, meal number 2 today. And we have pizza packed away. This day will go forever down as the trifecta, is what we're calling it. Something about the way the sun's setting right now has all of the adjacent ridges going as far out into the distance as we can see, just kind of set in a consecutively lighter shade of gray. It's really cool looking. Finally set up here for the evening. Probably 8:15. Getting ready to eat our packed out pizza wrapped up in a little bit of foil here. This is 2 slices doubled up like a sandwich. Didn't have a whole lot of tenting space tonight, so we're a little cramped, but that's okay. Good morning. It's August 29th, just after 6 a.m. here. Day 41 of our hike. With some beautiful morning skies as the sun's starting to rise. We're heading into town today. This is really kind of considered the very end of Oregon, Ashland. It's the last significant town in Oregon, or the first for the northbounders coming up. After that, you go the whole way to Etna, which is the first real town in California. Part of me kind of wishes the skies would stay like this all day, but that would kind of, I guess, take away from how special these moments are. There are some grouse right here staying very still, hoping that I don't see them, but watch, they'll move, maybe flush here. There they go. Cuties, I'm not gonna scare them. Hi guys. These are the kind of signs I like to see. That would make my morning. Great view of this large stone obelisk. It's called Pilot Rock. There's a separate trail here that I assume leads right up to the top, which looks almost like it has a little bit of a platform or a tabletop. Why, thank you. It's a good thing to remember out here. Just made it off trail, as you can obviously tell, crossing under Interstate 5 here, which leads north to Ashland. Evan and I are gonna meet up quick here at a lodge that's really close to this on-ramp to the freeway called Callahan's. Maybe grab a drink before we start trying to hitch into Ashland and go to the bathroom. So excited to be off town. This is, I don't really consider the short overnight stay in Chemalt during my road walk to meet up with Evan a town stay, because I got in at like whatever it was, 9:30 p.m., left the next morning and just kept walking. So I really don't it's been basically since Cascade Locks that I've really been into a town for any length of stay. So excited. It's been an entire state. I mean, Oregon isn't California, but it's been good to us. Excited to get in town and chill for a little bit here. I just want to make this comparison quick. Let it be noted that Evan should be given much more credit for carrying a far larger pack than me during this trip.
You had to go back and ask all of them what their orders were and stuff?
Water.
So Evan and I are in town here. We're in Ashland. Really cool town, probably the biggest town we've been in yet. We have a room at the Scottish Inn. I'm extremely happy because I get to watch a little bit of the US Open. But we're gonna get down to business now and go get some laundry done and get the rest of our resupply together. Some of these places in town, will supply you with hiker clothing. They'll have a box of clothing you can wear while you do your laundry. Like for instance, the shorts I slept in, I have never properly laundered them this entire hike. So 41 days, I've only washed them in a sink. Here they had a full repertoire of hiker clothing to wear. So Evan's wearing a shirt so he can launder his neglected shirt. I have a shirt I picked up from the hiker box, and this is the only option, but I am sporting a little bit more leg today than usual. I think these are women's shorts, but it is what it is. So I might shock some people in the streets or at the grocery store. But yeah, maybe I'll just ditch my shorts and keep these.